SATCHVAI releases new rock anthem, I Wanna Play My Guitar featuring Glenn Hughes. Get ready to crank up the volume, because the newly formed SATCHVAI band, a thrilling collaboration between guitar legends Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, has just dropped their second studio single, I Wanna Play My Guitar. This electrifying track, featuring the powerhouse vocals of Glenn Hughes from Deep Purple and Black Country Communion, is now available and is sure to get your heart racing. And guess what? It's just in time for their highly anticipated European summer tour, marking their first full run as a cohesive group. Following the cinematic instrumental debut of their first collaboration, The Sea of Emotion, PT1, released in March 2024, I Wanna Play My Guitar adds a vibrant new layer to the SATCHVAI repertoire. This track masterfully blends hard rock, blues, and an arena-sized energy that will leave you wanting more. With Hughes' unmistakable voice leading the charge, and an all-star rhythm section backing him up, this song is a rousing anthem celebrating the obsession with six-string guitars and the pure spirit of rock and roll. The music video, directed by ZZ Satriani, Joe's son, perfectly captures the electric chemistry between the newly formed SATCHVAI band and the legendary Hughes. Here's the powerhouse lineup for I Wanna Play My Guitar. Glenn Hughes lead vocals, Joe Satriani guitars, Steve Vai guitars, Marco Mendoza bass, Kenny Aronoff drums, Eric Cordew keyboards. Background vocals by Derek Day, Steve Vai, and Doug MacArthur. Joe Satriani shared his excitement about the song, saying, "When I started writing this song, I had no idea how important the contributions from Glenn and Steve would be. What they brought to the track made it all happen." Interestingly, Joe initially approached Glenn and The Darkness's Justin Hawkins to lend their voices to the track. He explained, "I got this crazy idea on the Monsters of Rock cruise where Glenn and Justin were both performing. Unfortunately, I tested positive for COVID when I got back and entered a 10-day fog, forgetting if I had sent the invitations to collaborate. When I finally recovered, I heard back from Justin's team that The Darkness was releasing a record at the same time, so I sent a rough demo to Glenn, and he was into it. I Wanna Play My Guitar sets the stage for SATCHVAI's monumental European tour, kicking off on June 13th in the United Kingdom and hitting iconic cities and festivals through early August. The full band lineup is nothing short of stellar, featuring the powerhouse drummer Kenny Aronoff, renowned bassist Marco Mendoza, and virtuoso guitarist Pete Thorne, completing the quintet that is SATCHVAI. When Joe and Steve first announced the members of SATCHVAI back in January, Joe expressed, "Finding the right musicians for the SATCHVAI band was at first a daunting task, then an exciting one. There are so many great musicians to choose from. The chemistry between players is what makes them a magical live band, and we've found that chemistry with Kenny, Marco, and Pete. We are so excited to get this show on the road and celebrate it with all of our fans." Steve Vai added, "When considering forming one band around myself and Joe, we talked about the qualities needed for each position. It was a surprising challenge to find the right fits." Kenny Aronoff is no stranger to Satriani fans, having toured with Joe as part of Chickenfoot, and joined him on solo tours since 2019. He's also played on the Elephant of Mars album and recently stepped in for Jason Bonham on the Best of All Worlds tour with Satriani, Sammy Hagar, and Michael Anthony. "What can I say about the legendary Kenny Aronoff that I haven't said before?" Joe remarked. "No other drummer has the sound, feel, time, groove, and swagger like Kenny. He's an exceptional human being too. He's supernatural. Kenny is indeed the quintessential rock drummer. As Vai put it, his time is bulletproof, his tone is fat and clean, and his ability to respond in an improvisational setting is instant. Besides that, he's one of the easiest and most fun guys to tour with, an essential quality on the road." Finding the right rhythm guitarist and bassist was a challenge for the duo. Vai had been aware of Pete Thorne for quite some time, and knew he was the perfect fit. Pete's playing is rock solid with a huge tone in his fingers. His rhythm playing is tight and in tune in a way that's rare, and his intonation is stunning. He's the perfect musician for this band, and we couldn't be happier to have him, Vai explained. Satriani echoed this sentiment, saying, Pete is an all-around monster guitarist. He has that rare ability to shine on rhythm and lead guitar, switching back and forth with finesse. He's got the technical abilities and the rock and roll attitude Steve and I were hoping to find for our band. Then came the decision for the bassist. Vai praised Marco Mendoza, saying, Marco is a bass phenomenon. With his 6-string fretless, his bass sings with perfect intonation and swooning vibrato. His wide, rich tone and masterful control of dynamics will bring a new dimension to our songs. Satriani added, Marco's musicianship is boundless. He's got a special magic to his bass playing. It's both foundational and out front at the same time. Together with his exceptional singing voice and stage presence, he will be a driving force in our band. Kenny expressed his excitement, stating, I've been performing and recording music with Joe Satriani since 2012 and have performed live with Steve Vai. But the next level is right now, because I am joining the SATCHVAI band for a 2-month tour this summer in Europe. I am pumped, excited, and ready to kick ass. Pete Thorne shared his enthusiasm, saying, It sounds like something out of a mad fantastical dream that the 14-year-old guitar-obsessed me would have had. Joe Satriani and Steve Vai called. They want you to join their new band. And then I'd wake up and go to 9th grade math class. But it's real. It's a mind-blowing opportunity, and yet I also feel like I've arrived exactly where I've always wanted to be. I'm beyond excited to be of musical service to these legends, and to rock out. Marco Mendoza added, I have to say that getting invited to be part of a great project like this is monumental for me personally. I know it's going to be something very special, and I can't wait to get it started. So, gear up for an unforgettable summer of rock as SATCHVAI takes the stage and brings their electrifying sound to fans across Europe.